Dominick Taryczinski, the Polish politician who's been outspoken about radical Islam and Islamic immigration to Europe, is chiming in today in the conversation. I am your favorite Polish white colonizer, Tall Traveling Clat, coming to you live from Israel. Get the White Colonizer merch in the description below at thetravelingclat.com, and let's jump right into this clip.
You saw mass migration firsthand. You went to Lampedusa, which is one of the hotspots of illegal migration into Europe. Tell me about your trip there and what happened and what you saw.
I was shocked by the numbers, by the conditions, by the attitude of migrants. We spent the whole night interviewing, in a way, migrants, and they were laughing.
About what?
They were laughing about our way of dealing with them, with the whole process. There was a couple of, I don't know, young lads in their 20s, I would say. We asked them, where are you going? What is your goal? Where do you want to go? Where do you want to stay? And they said, we are going to Paris for VIP party, and start laughing. They are laughing at us. For them, it's just a fun.
Yeah.
Most of the videos, most of the footages you see in the media is a very sad face of this young lady or older man, or very sad, poor migrants. I saw the different face of migration. They were laughing at us. They are very, very honest about the reason they're coming here. They're coming here for money. Lampedusa is one of the places where you can see that scale is about hundreds of thousands. It's not about hundreds of tens. It's about hundreds of thousands. One night, we had 7,000 people. One night, 7,000 people.
On a tiny island.
On a tiny island
tiny.
where 12,000 people live.
Yeah.
So it is a huge risk, not mentioning the fact that, again, we do not know who they are.
Sure.
There is no documentation. We do not know if they're Al-Qaeda, if they are maybe from Hamas. We do not know who they are. And then from hundreds of thousands, only one is enough to blow up a big part of the city. What would have happened if you would try to cross the border in Great Britain, in Heathrow, or any other place, or JFK, without the document?
I'd be stopped.
You would be killed.
Yeah.
If you would forcefully try to cross the border at the airport, attacking Coast Guard or any other services, you would be shot. You would be killed.
That's a good point, actually.
So what is
That
the
is a good
difference?
point.
What is the difference? What is the difference between an airport and
the physical land border?
physical green border when they killed Polish soldier? They murdered him. So I can't see the difference. You would be shot dead if that would be airport. What is the difference? So everyone is shocked when they hear, shoot them. Why are you shocked? Legally, morally, we do have a right to protect ourselves.
And also vice versa, if a European tried to force the border of, say, Somalia.
Well, it's completely the same
It's
thing.
the same thing.
No one would, they would shoot first and they ask who you are.
They would.
So that's obvious. And they do, every country, every sovereign country has a right to protect its border. As I said, the guns, the machine guns, are not toys. They need to be used.
What is Europe to you, Dominic? What is Western civilization? You talk a lot about preserving the West. What does the West mean to you? What are you defending?
I'm trying to defend, first of all, my homeland and legacy of those who fought for our freedom. My personal experience from my own family is my grandfather, who fought against communists after 1945. He was in the underground army, fighting against them for many years, and communists tried to eliminate him until 1969. So for him, war never ended in 1945. So he is an example why do we fight and what Poland is. But then when you look throughout the generations in the past, when you see Sobieski, when you see Chopin, when you see Skłodowska-Curie, when you see John Paul II, when you see all these great Poles who fought against communism, when you look at Europe and when you look at different part of the world and our civilization, we must say that we are completely different than Arabs, for example. And this is not Islamophobia. They're trying to put the Islamophobia stick on me, and they're trying every single day. They're trying to tell me that I'm Islamophobe. I'm not Islamophobe. I'm trying to point the differences between us, and because of these differences, we have terrorist attacks by the Arabs, by the Islamists in Europe. Have you ever heard about Europeans, Polish, who blew himself up in any Arabic state? Have you ever heard about it?
No, but I will give you the counter argument. The Arab counter argument would definitely be the European history of colonialization.
Right.
That would be their natural counterpoint.
Right.
And there would be a counterpoint, which I don't think the colonial argument is a strong one because Arabs themselves built a massive colonial empire. However, they will probably point out that there has been a degree of exploitation by major European and Western and American companies and conglomerates. And that I do think is actually a fair argument that there has been. You see it in many places in the Middle East and in Africa. The large role played by American and European multinationals.
So name one colony owned by Poland.
No, there's been.
We haven't
but
had any
we're
colony.
talking
That's
correct,
number
Dom,
one. That's
but
number
we're
one.
talking about the West.
Okay,
But
and
in terms of Poland, I agree with you. There isn't a history of.
Never.
A history of.
That's number one. Number two. Do you remember what happened when European forces left African countries?
Sure, I'm half South African. I know the history of colonialism very well.
So you know exactly that there are, bright and dark sides of the colonialism, and this is not the reason to kill innocent people.
Yeah, correct. I agree with you.
Many Poles lost their lives in terrorist attacks in Europe. It has nothing to do with religion. It has nothing to do with the faith. All of it is because of the hatred. And this hatred never ended. Throughout the years, what about Islamists attacking Europe when Sobieski had to defend it?
Sure.
Is this because of the colonialism?
Sure, no. I mean, this was literally Ottoman expansionism.
So they were always trying to use force.
Sure.
This is what they do now. It's different shape and different form, but the goal is still the same, and we have to protect ourselves.
Dude, Dominick is like one of the most refreshing voices I've heard from Europe. Him and Tommy Robinson, like honestly, it's like the duo. It's the duo that has the potential to actually save Europe. If they can keep inspiring more people to behave and act and wake people up like them, we will be in a totally different position. The question is, will Europeans be willing to listen to them? I think like a majority of Europeans, I mean, outside of Poland, most reject them. Like in Poland, I think many people are happy with a politician like Dominick because he's actually protecting their nation. But he's so correct. Like it's just not what I've been saying on this channel for a long time. For anybody who's been watching, they're laughing at you. They're colonizing and invading your countries, and they are laughing at you as you're letting it happen. In America too, by the way, everywhere in the West where you're just allowing them to flood your borders and take over your nations, they are laughing at you. They're having a fucking blast. They're cracking up at the idea that you're letting them invade your country and letting them stay there. And the other hand it's a completely incompatible culture. These are not asylum seekers that are coming for a better life. These are people who are coming, these are military-aged males a lot of times, looking for an opportunity to get a better salary. Maybe marry a woman or have a family with a woman who's local to that country, get their citizenship, and start a new life in a different place, far from the troubles of their nation. It also absolves them of all responsibility to fix the places they come from, which is also a very important talking point. Colonialism, yes. Europeans doing horrific shit all over the world, yes, absolutely. I mean, they did it to Israel. The Europeans came here and they fucked our country. They fucked our land. They did several times over thousands of years. But does that mean that we as Jewish people, the inheritors of this land, the native people of this land, didn't have a responsibility to fix their shit? We did. We fixed their shit. And they helped us fix their shit. And now we have a prosperous nation. It's not perfect, but it's part of it. But that's how you fix a nation. That's how you develop a nation. You have to put in the hours. You have to put in the work. You have to get your people together. You have to form around unity. And I think a big part of it, everyone likes to blame Europeans for what happened in, for example, the Arab world. The Arab world itself is a settler colony. The reason why it doesn't work is because colonialism was just replaced with more colonialism. We never actually gave the Arabs or the people of the Middle East an opportunity to regain their independence from colonialism. We just said, all right, Europeans out, here's new colonialism. All right, the Turkish are out, the British are out, here's new colonialism. Everyone's Arab. You're all colonizers now. Go forth and colonize. That's why the Arab world looks the way it does. And that's why they're flooding back into Europe, because they fucking hate the places they live in, because they're too fucking dangerous. Dominick is so refreshing, honestly. Like, I love his talking points. He's so on point with his rhetoric and so not bigoted. Like, he really speaks truth to power. And it's a beautiful thing. I'll see you guys in the next one. Buy the White Colonizer merch if you want to support the channel. Goodbye, class. Love you a long time. If you believe in my content and want to support me, just know your help is needed. There's a bunch of great ways to support me, being PayPal, Buy Me a Coffee, or joining my Patreon community down below. Patreon is the best way to support my channel, and you'll get a bunch of cool perks depending on what tier you join. Another great way to support me is by buying my merchandise on thetravelingclat.com. I regularly drop new merch designs like this beautiful hat, or this amazing shirt, where you can support the channel and get something cool for yourself. I also have an amazing Discord community with people from all over the world. Thank you so much for your support.